So,
episode 65.
Or season 2, episode 13.
I'm yawning.
Yeah.
That was that was a sleepy episode.
So I guess
Sleepy.
Today we talked about
Sleep.
sleep.
And sleeping.
Sleep.
And where it came from. Why people do it.
Yeah.
Why is it important. How much you should get. What time you should be going to getting it at. And so on and so
Scotty
forth.
says when sleep got invented.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it just a fad? Is it
Yeah.
here to stay?
Is it?
Find out
Who
later.
knows?
Yeah.
We went talking about loads of people today. There'll be loads of tags.
Yes.
Find out if you are one of those tags.
John is going to be a
Later in the
tagging
podcast.
machine. tomorrow.
Listen to see if you're randomly mentioned.
Pull you in.
It's our new tactic.
The waffle game was speciality topics today.
Yes. Topic waffle speciality.
Turn-
I said it wrong.
Specialta.
Speciality. Waffle speciality.
It turns out that we are not very good at our speciality topics
No.
either.
No.
No.
There's nothing
No.
we are good at.
That was a good questionnaire though. Like Bertie, that was his job. His job was to catch us out.
Yeah. It was
Boom.
pretty good now, in fairness.
Quizmaster.
All right, will we go about naming today's?
Yes. Let's name this.
I'm not going to go first this time because I've got a good name. And
Okay.
I think it's going to win.
Okay.
Right, Bert.
John
what-
is probably going to piggyback off mine.
Oh, he is. Yeah.
I have two options.
I have two options.
Oh, right.
Because-
So do you want to let him go first?
Okay.
No, Bertie has to go first. I need his inspiration.
Oh yeah, you too. Yeah.
Okay. I have Let's Sleep in John's Lie.
Right.
Oh, that's good.
I said in the podcast.
All right.
That's very good.
Or the other one was Dreamy, Sleepy, Nighty, Snoozy, Snooze.
That's a very good one too.
It's a bit long though.
No, that's a good one as well. Okay, John boy.
One was dreamy, nighty, sleepy, snoozy snooze.
That's very good. I like that.
But the other one I just thought of during the podcast.
Right.
Everything comes from somewhere.
Oh, that's a good one
Right.
too. Damn it, there's so many good ones.
Such a quote. That's a quote from the podcast.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That
Although-
Bertie said.
Okay, here's
Scotty.
my one. This is going to be bad now because yours were very good. Okay, my one is the early Bert catches the worm.
Yeah, that is good too.
Pretty
That is
clever
like
too.
that because it ties in with the waking and the sleeping.
Yeah, and Bert. Yeah,
I've already been in a name though.
Where? Oh, Bert Nauseous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Check that episode
I
out.
think I was in a name.
I like that name. But okay, so let's go with episode 65 or season 2, episode 13.
Dreamy, Sleepy, Nighty, Snoozy, Snooze.
Yeah, waffle me this, waffle me that. Thinking all the topics that you could have had. The only game that makes me feel so alive. I'm guessing for 30, it could be only 5. Getting them all would be a superpower. You can get it every week on the JB Waffle Hour. 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 JB Waffle Hour.
Hi guys.
I love that song.
Yeah.
Hello.
Are we going alright?
Tune.
Ready
Tune.
to rock?
Oh, we're ready. Bert, you want to bring us in? I'm not going to step in your tiddly toes.
Hello everybody.
Hey, Bertie.
I don't even know why I started that. I don't even know what episode I started that.
It's a great sound.
Episode 1, obviously.
I don't think so.
No?
Episode 1 was, so we're going to start a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it started.
Oh, was it?
Your
Yeah.
memory is insane.
Oh.
So this is now episode 65. Yeah. 65. We're 2 away
My
from 2
God.
fat ladies.
Or
Go on.
season 2, episode 14?
Oh, I was going to say 13,
If
but
it
I
was
don't know.
14?
If it was years,
No,
it'd
it's
be,
13.
check
You're
that.
right. It's 13, yeah.
If it was years, it'd be retired.
16. There's not
Would you
68
be-
now? Are they pushing you up
Is
there?
it 68 now?
I think so,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think they're pushing.
Feck it, anyway. Sure, it'll be
Yeah.
75 by the time we're at age.
Yeah, but if there even is a retirement,
Yeah.
That's it.
they'll be getting rid of that.
So we're like that. We're on 65. So hopefully you listened to episode 64. You've played Knifey Spoony before.
Great title.
So last week's episode, which was 64, we talked about everything to do with Australia and Australia Day because it was National Australia Day on the
All right.
26th of January.
Nice. Good accent.
Crikey.
And,
You've been practicing.
I have. After the Australia Day.
Unfortunately, I just have my accent and that's it.
Belt.
But some
Maybe.
people say I'm after getting a
Shit.
podcast accent. That I don't sound like me on the podcast.
Really?
Well, I try to talk more punctually. Is it?
Still you?
Still me though.
It's like Conor McGregor, like on the stage in America. Like,
So you get hit by the
Oh,
bike?
yeah.
Or hit by a car? He was on the bike?
Yeah.
Poor lad.
Poor guy should get
I'm
a
sure
medal.
he-
The other guy.
I'm sure you know someone. Anyway, make sure to rate, like, share, follow, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you see it. You can always drop us an email. We have a minor bit of correspondence this week.
Oh!
Yeah, from Dan or Danny.
Dan the man.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
he
right,
was
yeah.
just he was back listening to episode 20 when we were talking about Boyne Community School.
He's right.
He was filling us in on some teachers that are still active.
Now, if he's back at episode 20, is he just starting at 20 now and he's going to listen his way up to this episode?
I don't know. He said he was missing for a couple of weeks.
All right.
Obviously
so-
a lot if he's only on episode 20.
Yeah, if that's the case,
Maybe it was just one he missed and he went back to.
he'll
to
hear
make
this
sure.
in about a year.
Yeah, there you
A
go.
year from now. Hiya, Danny.
Yeah.
An
There you go. Fair play to you.
Is he currently at Boyne Community School?
He looks like he's currently there. Yeah,
Right. Okay.
he looks like he's in it. Fair play to him.
Yeah. Yeah,
He is
always
keeping our 17 to 21-year-old bracket up and going. Fair play to you, Dan.
And Bertie, what happens, say, if we don't get people sharing and liking and subscribing and commenting on the old Instagram? What'll happen to us?
Well, there's now a mathematical algorithm in all these social media pages,
Media.
and if you don't have interaction, then it doesn't grow and people don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
And then look at why would we do it if people aren't seeing it? Because we want to share our wonderful voices with the world, not just Ireland, not just Meath, the world. We're looking for world domination here, people.
Yes.
Well, let's give the listeners one mission today. Tell one person about our podcast. One
Yeah.
job. You have one job today, guys.
One job,
You have one
I'd go one bit further and get them to follow us on Spotify
Yeah.
or even listen to some of us, because we have to get our streams up. Because if we get our streams up, then we start creeping into everybody's Spotify.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The magic number is 5,000 streams. I said that earlier.
We're technically sounding like our own sponsor.
That's it. We've actually broke a little bit higher now. We're after getting a little bit of traction last week.
Right.
I don't know whether it was the old Edinburgh contingent there or who it may be. It might even be the Australia contingent.
Could have been.
But we've got quite a new number of new listeners over the last week and some more followers on Spotify. So we're chucking on nicely there, lads.
Yeah. Some of my Australian crew got on board for last week's podcast.
Brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
And they were listening.
Scotty's crew.
Yeah, but like we're going to someday. We're going to get onto LMFM and we're going to take
Someday.
over a
Whether
show.
they know it or not.
Yeah. They've been flirting with us for weeks, and it's just going to happen.
Let's
And
just
just gonna
stand
keep
around Drogheda wait
tagging
for
them.
that guy to go around interviewing people.
There's going to
And the
be
three of us will be
there's
there.
going to be a weekday lunch hour with your man. I can't remember his name. That they're like, oh shit, we just have that slot there. Oh, we need someone to fill it.
exactly.
And then they're going to go onto like their Instagram page.
Yeah.
Who's this crowd? The JB Waffle
Yeah.
Hour keep tagging us.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Who's this waffle shop in Navan? They keep on tagging us. and stuff.
Or some guy won't show in that day.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and the producer will be like, "Where's Larry? Where's Larry? We need him on air." And it'd be like,
We just so happen to be in
Yeah.
fucking Drogheda or Dundalk
Yeah,
or something, whoever to do it
Sitting outside LMFM waiting.
with the flag.
it has to happen soon because I'm using up all my holiday days. It really does.
How's your weekend, lads?
Yeah,
Bertie,
great.
how was your weekend, buddy?
Awfully lost again.
Oh,
I have a good feeling about next Sunday though. We're playing Longford next Sunday.
right.
Yeah, you know, we just seem to keep giving teams 11-point head starts.
It's not a good head start to
It's
give.
not a good head start.
No,
you know.
that's terrible.
You have a bit to make up there by the second half.
But they're good attitude. They're working hard. That's the main thing. We'll fix it. I feel a lot like Liverpool and Jurgen.
Are they working smart, Bert?
Yeah, look at just slow starts like the first 15 minutes of the game last Sunday and the Sunday before, but against Wexford and Louth. But Wexford and Louth are two very strong Division 3 teams, and we're new in Division 3, so so Longford is the big one now because then there's a break for a week, so that'll going into like the break. It'll be nice to get the win, and I think we could win definitely on Sunday. Well, I think we can win every time we go out, but look,
Can I
that's
ask
the
you a
attitude you have
question?
to have.
Do you drink Lucozade Sport? Does the team drink Lucozade Sport?
No, but we started using ORS hydration tablets before games, so that's kind of helpful. And then Simply Whey protein from Ross Nutrition as well.
Oh,
afterwards.
beaches.
Go on, Simply Way.
Do you get that for free?
No, we bought it, but if we tag them on these posts, you never know.
We'll be here like snorting whey protein next week
Yeah.
advertising.
If we keep talking about whey protein and expanding foam, you never know what's
Yeah.
going to happen.
So a somewhat unsuccessful trip.
Yeah.
John Boy, how was your weekend, buddy?
It's good. I was actually very unwell on Saturday.
All
I
right.
had a splitting headache and all that kind of jazz. But then by Sunday it was fine. So on Saturday, literally I was bedridden Saturday.
What was the cause? Not enough sleep?
Ridden to bed.
No, don't think so. I had a good night's sleep the night before.
Right.
Oh.
Don't know. It's just I think
Dehydrated?
I'd say it's dehydration and
Not
yeah,
drinking enough
probably just
water.
worn out, burnt out, and all that jazz. You know, I had a tough out week working. You know,
Right.
plus I was doing the workouts and running and stuff.
Ate
like
cheese before you went to bed.
Oh, yeah. How's that going for you, the running?
It's going well.
Did you sign up for
I didn't run over the weekend.
Operation Transformation 5K?
No. Sure, I can run 5K anyway.
Yeah, but I remember sent it to you. You said you was gonna-
I'm probably going to do it anyway because that's what I'm aiming for.
Oh, is this a certain course that we're running, is it?
Yeah, on
No,
the 18th
Phoenix
of
Park 5K.
February.
I'm in there, yeah, I'll do it. I said I'd do it, yeah, I'll do
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh, really? I'm not doing it.
It's all because of you. Me and Bertie were there running. Where's John?
No, I'm in Iceland.
All right. I'll run it though. I'll do a 5K.
Well, I'm coming home that day.
Can you do like a 2.5K?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I can do that. We can do that.
Can you do 7.5K and I do 2.5? You just do my other 2.5.
I'm not doing that for you. It's transformation, John. We need
It's
to.
transformational, all right.
If we get a fourth person, there are some marathons you can do in relay.
Robbie Kennedy said he'd do the 5K as well.
Oh
He's
yeah,
up for that.
but
The elusive Robbie.
if we
Kennedy.
all done 8Ks, then we do a marathon. That'd be classic.
Can you do marathons in a relay?
Yeah, well, Cork used to do it. None of Cork still do. I done it once, many years ago.
Actually, you do that.
Many
no
moons
problem.
ago.
Yeah, I think I done 8Ks. I think was my section of it.
Yeah,
I'd
not
get
about
bored
The-
after
the-
6K.
To pass you over the
that.
band.
You think that, but what starts happening if you would you run with music or do you run without music?
Music all the
Right.
time.
Have you tried running without music?
No, I'm not a psycho.
Try running without music and see what your brain starts to do after about 2 kilometers.
What does it do?
So for the first kilometer, you're just sitting there thinking about this is boring. This is really boring. But after 2 kilometers, you start actually working things out about your week. You have your whole week planned. You have this done, that done, and then after another certain amount of time, your brain just switches off and you start enjoying it.
I just
Well,
think of regrets.
Well, that happens too, but that's all part of the run. That's the cathartic thing about it.
That they say people are running because they're running away from somewhere.
Maybe that, yeah.
the devil.
Go on ahead, Bert.
I do mass runs, really. I enjoy them a bit more.
Mast
running
runs.
away
Yeah.
from mass.
Yeah, 15 on, 15 off.
Mass or mast?
Mass. Maximal aerobic speed runs.
Right.
I thought it was something you did with the priest every Sunday.
15 minutes on, 15 minutes off.
No, 15 seconds on. 15
All right, I was thinking
seconds
that'd
Is
be
that like
pretty cold
for,
after 15
for, eight,
minutes.
for 8 rounds.
Is that like
and then you take a
HIIT?
break.
Yeah.
The high intensity something?
Yeah, it's kind of like that, yeah. So, like, your own, if you do a 1,200 meter run and get your time for that, then you can calculate what distance you'll run in 15 seconds. And then you usually work like a 110, 120% of that distance for 15 on, 15 off. So, you might be running 65, 70 meters, depending how fast you run 1,200 meters.
If you're trying to get yourself in shape, that is the best way of doing that in terms of running, isn't it? Long distance running is actually no good.
Yeah. Don't like jump in and try and do long, especially on the road. So like you can go out and you, even if you're on the pitch or on grass or whatever, measure out your distance, and it'll be a bit easier on your joints and stuff, and you still get a good workout in. So you could do 4 rounds of that. So it roughly takes about 4 minutes per round. So I usually listen to Dreams by the Cranberries.
And repeat.
Yeah, for the 4 rounds.
No way.
Yeah, because that's how long the runs take.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Cool, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and then usually you might take a minute break, 2 minutes break.
Mm.
No longer now, 2 minutes. Like.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy those for some strange reason. Much more than 5Ks. Like.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And at the end of it, like if you run 70 meters, like you're up about 1.5K anyway.
Yeah.
When you run maybe 1.6.
You should try doing a run without headphones.
Yeah, I
on
will. I
and
will.
See what you think.
Not tomorrow. Wednesday I will.
All right, we get on to our news. So, woman spots dead husband in promo video for Indian restaurant.
I didn't read into this, but I seen it flash by on the social medias.
So here we go. Husband passed away in 2014. An Indian restaurant Facebook page has been flooded with comments after the woman claimed to have spotted her husband in a promotional video, even though he died in 2014. Spice Cottage in the village of Westbourne in West Sussex uploaded a video last week with the caption "New Year, New Mood," and diners can be seen tucking into meals as waiters attend to customers in the clip. But the comments took a surprising twist after one woman wrote in with a rather peculiar concern, which we've talked about already. She asked, "How old is this footage? My late husband and his son are in the first shot, and he died in 2014.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. A reply from the restaurant said, "Hi, Lucy. Sorry to hear this." Sorry about that. This footage was recorded last week. It has now had more than 100 responses from social media users who swapped theories about the mystery. And Lucy Watson, or one said, "Lucy Watson, we need an update. This was his body ever found, or was it just a canoe?" Making reference to John Darwin, who faked his own death for a life insurance thing. So there hasn't been an update in this yet.
No update.
So I'd like to know what
It's just someone that looked like her husband, basically.
and his son. The
Yeah.
Son.
Interesting.
That's weird.
So I don't
Or
know.
she's mental. She's
Well, that's
you know.
it. It could be just a big scam, but
Plus, it's Facebook.
I don't know if she is in contact with the Son. Obviously not.
No.
It's obviously a situation where he had a son with someone else, and she hasn't seen the son in so many years, or doesn't have contact with the son.
Did he fake his death?
I'd say so. Do you
Just
think
to get away from her.
maybe she was just a wag.
And where is this Indian restaurant? Is it close by?
Sussex, West Sussex.
And where does she live?
I don't know.
Like, if she lives in Sussex, then it's tricky. But maybe if it's in Portugal and she lives in Jersey,
I'm not sure. Well,
Jersey,
yeah,
that's a great random just when you're picking out places.
Jersey.
what can
Yeah,
I say?
interesting.
I like
place.
to
It's
think
a nice
different
island.
place. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
I like the Underground Hospital. It's a good place to go visit.
I've never been.
Oh, have you not?
No.
Oh, it's a nice island.
family member owned, I don't know if they still do, owned a restaurant, or not restaurant, a hotel on Jersey.
Oh.
Yeah, my mum's side of the family.
The
Oh,
speed
that's
limit
interesting.
used to be like, is it like
2.
50 mile an hour on the whole island?
It's an interesting. I knew a guy that was from Jersey, but he's Portuguese.
All right.
So it's I think, and
A
I
porch
tried.
full of geese.
Jesus. But I think I was asking his advice, and he was like, "Yeah, lots of Portuguese are in Jersey because of it's so close to it, or there's some history or something."
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Did you
Lot of
All I know.
ever see the thing about the German soldiers stationed in Jersey during
yeah.
World War II?
Yeah.
I read.
You told us about this, I think, on the
Yeah,
podcast.
That's how I remember it, Jess.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
That was it.
We're
Blue
getting to
jumper.
Sorry, go on.
Did you see the little old lady that her husband died,
Right.
and he was the voice in the subway saying, "Please mind the gap."
Oh no.
Yeah, and they changed the voice. She used to go there every day to hear him talk,
Oh, bless.
and they changed the voice, and then she wrote a letter to the subway people, or the tube, is that what it's called?
Yeah, yeah.
And they actually changed it back for her.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
she go
Isn't
listen
it?
to it, yeah.
Maybe they could have just changed it on that one train.
Probably, yeah, but still, like it's the one that she went to sit and listen
That's
to.
cool. That's a nice story.
Okay, moving on away from that topic. There's loads of theories. We might do a little bit of a. We'll come back to that maybe and see if there's been any conclusion to that.
Oh, excellent! Yeah, I love follow-ons.
Yeah.
And doing
so
things that we said we were going to do and actually following through on them.
Did you hear that Netflix is making its own version of Squid Game, an actual version of it, like a
Like
TV,
real.
a show, like a real version of it? They're obviously not.
Who has your password?
They're not killing people off now. Yeah. But apparently Netflix real life Squid Game sees people collapse in freezing conditions. So it's being shot in, I think it's in England it's being shot. The game show, which is based in 2021 phenomenon, is currently being filmed in the UK, it says, yeah, with players competing for a staggering 3.7 million. However, one challenge saw players endure temperatures of around -3 degrees Celsius, which isn't really that cold, during the infamous red light, green light game, according to The Sun. I suppose, actually, if you're standing
Boo.
still for that
Sun.
long. Yeah, no, we don't like The Sun.
We don't like the sun.
Boo.
Down with that sort of thing.
So yeah, but apparently they're shooting a new version of it, but people are getting hypothermia. There's lots of things going wrong with the shooting of the show.
It makes all for better viewing.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It'll probably up the viewership. I know that story alone has got me interested. I want to see it. now.
Yeah, I actually want to watch it too.
But I don't think anyone actually dies in it, in fairness. So that's that.
don't
And
tell
then
him.
the last piece, this will tie in nicely to something that might be happening later on. But a fitness expert,
Bertie?
Yes.
I see Bertie being triggered there.
What
We'll
have I
see
said?
how much of an expert this guy is. Shares an army technique to fall asleep in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I thought this was really interesting. Do you know this?
Yes, I do.
You know it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you both know it. This was unbelievable.
Old
to me.
news, but it's okay. I
Oh,
like
it is old news?
Yeah.
All right, so the technique
okay.
is you simply start by calming... Oh, hold on, let me just see if it's... Yeah. So you simply start by calming your body, by shutting down and relaxing each part of your body head to toe. So it's a mental thing to start off with. You definitely know this, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Start by relaxing your muscles. I thought this was amazing.
Everybody at home don't know this, so it's okay.
Okay,
to
we'll
continue.
go with it. So you start by relaxing your muscles in your forehead. Relax your eyes. Tell me if any of this is wrong, by the way. Relax your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw. Actually, if you're at home listening to this in bed, let's do this together. We're going to go ASMR.
Oh,
Here
wow.
we go. So relax your... I can't even do this without laughing. Relax your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw, and focus on your breathing. Now go down.
Down her.
Go down to
I'm gone.
to your neck and to your shoulders. Make sure your shoulders are not tensed up. Drop them as low as you can and keep your arms
Just as
loose.
far from sleepy
But
I am.
yes.
Oh,
Am I
jeez.
turning you on?
Getting hot in
Including
here.
your hands and your fingers. I will put on a sexy voice as well.
Oh,
Um,
that wasn't the sexy voice?
no,
It can get sexier?
It gets sexier.
Oh.
As you do this, you should imagine this warm sensation going from your head to all the way down to your fingertips. Take a deep breath and slowly exhale, relaxing your chest, your stomach, down to your thighs, your knees and your legs and your feet. Again, imagine this warm sensation going down from your heart all the way down to your
And
toes.
suddenly you poop yourself.
While you're doing this,
Stop ruining this. This is amazing.
while you're doing this, Augustine explained that you need to clear your mind of any stresses. To do this, think of 2 scenarios. I can think of one. One, you're lying in a canoe in a calm lake with nothing but a clear blue sky above you. 2, you're lying in a black velvet hammock in a pitch. This sounded like the Blind Boy podcast now, isn't it? In a pitch black room. At any time when you start thinking of anything else, you'll start getting distracted. Repeat these 2 words for 10 seconds. Don't think, don't think, don't think. Is this all part of it, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, you do know
I've read
this.
that
Yeah.
before, yeah.
Yeah.
Augustine recommended you should practice this every night for 6 weeks, adding apparently 96% of people who mastered this technique are actually able to fall asleep within 2 minutes of shutting their eyes. Augustine wrote, I'm a military brat and was taught this. I also am a veteran of psychology teacher in college who taught this, and it definitely works. I was blown away by this. 2 minutes.
There you go.
Did you try it?
I haven't tried it yet.
Are we still on the news, or
It
is this
takes a
the
little
topic?
bit of time. No, this is the topic. Sorry.
If anybody wants to read out anything else, just send in an Instagram message to the
Owen
JB
will
Waffler.
literally read out anything you send into us.
Actually, I will, and I'll do
Okay,
it in that
deal.
ASMR voice.
It went a bit like West Kerry there. Towards the
It
end
did,
there.
yeah.
Bit of Scottish in there too, I think.
I was aiming for the Blind Boy limerick. Interesting weekend in the GA.
Yes.
Let me nail my colours to the mast before we start.
Okay.
In Division 2, we're going to talk about Division 2, obviously,
Yes.
first of all. I am very much a Derry man. So I'm following Derry. I'm going to say that Derry are going to win. Meath actually play Derry in
when?
a few weeks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, in Owenbeg.
In about 3 or 4 weeks, is it?
Yeah, it's
So I think we should do a lead up to that game
Yeah.
and have a direct head-on
it's a bit far
challenge.
to go though.
No, we're not going to go to it.
Okay.
We can watch it in TG4.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I think
TG4.
we should lead up to it. Derry had a very convincing win. They won by 12 points in the end. And Meath, what did Meath do, Bertie?
Me didn't start off great.
Right.
The first 12 minutes you're thinking, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Same old
Same
crack.
old Mead.
And then they kind of got going a little bit. And then they weren't too far behind, I don't think, at half time, were they? Can't
No.
remember.
No, there was no more than I think 2 or 3 points
Yeah.
in it the whole way through.
And then they just got lit in the second half.
Fair play to them.
A fire.
Yeah.
Colm got them in, got chatting to them.
Shane Walsh from the Phoenix scored 1-7. Killian Sullivan scored a quality goal. Jordan Moore scored a couple of points. He plays with Kingscourt.
Nice.
Right.
Fair play.
And then Jack O'Connor came on and scored a point as well.
And
2 midfielders played quite good. Dottie McGowan and Ronan Jones. They were quite good. And the backs, in fairness, was good.
Now, were Cork,
Harry's radar was a bit off in the first half, but he got it sorted.
were Cork missing people? Am I right in saying that there's a few forwards missing for Cork?
Well, I don't know. Your man Sherlock scored 14 points.
Right.
So did they win?
Mead
They
won,
did.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they did in the end.
Because you watched the Kerry game.
Han Colmore.
That was they were missing like 10 men.
Kerry got
Oh,
beat
yeah.
though, didn't they, by Donegal?
Yeah.
Yeah, poor
Missing
Rory.
10 men.
Did you see what happened, Rory Baggett?
Oh, Jesus, you're a Kerry man. There we go. We got 3 defined teams now for this year.
Oh, there you go.
Excellent stuff. A 3-way tie. Are Kerry in Division 2? No, they're not.
No.
No, they're Division 1.
Yeah, division winner.
But I mean, by the time it comes around to the All-Ireland, then we can have a
Oh, that'd be
3-way.
great. Can't
Paddy
wait.
nice on
McBurdy's
three-way.
winning point was a peach. And
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of your man, the Mayo fella that drew the game. That was also a peach.
Mickey, money joking, I have no idea.
Something
what
with Don, was it? But yeah, well, that was Galway's own fault because they kicked the ball out of the fence with like a few seconds left, and Mayo turned it over, and your man swung it over. Fair play to him.
Fair play to him.
Yeah, and then Mead ladies also won.
Go on, Meath ladies.
Yeah, no
Of course
doubt.
they did.
No doubt about it.
They grinded it out against Donegal
Fair
with
play to
a
them.
lucky goal.
Go on, Meath
Fair play
ladies.
to them.
And were they up in Donegal?
They were playing up in St Unions Park up in Larkenny. They went up Friday night, I think. Stayed over.
So bringing it back to Division 2 just. So it was Cork 19 points to Meath 3-14 in the end.
victory for
Great win for Columns lads. Good hope there for this season. Clare 13 points to Louth 1-9, and then Derry was 16 points to Limerick's 4 points.
Rory's doing a good job up there.
Am I right in saying also that Dublin lost? Sorry, cut across you. Or did Dublin win?
No,
Dublin won by a point.
Back Kildare, but
Yeah,
Kildare
yeah.
should have done far better.
They didn't look well.
Their shooting ratio was ridiculously bad.
The other thing is, why are Dublin home games and Cork home games being played in a stadium that size when there's only about 4 people in it? The atmosphere was shocking.
Well, that stadium in Cork is their home. That's Páirc Uí Chaoimh and the Páirc Uí Rinn as well.
Yeah,
So that's their home stadiums. Like
I know, but sure, why are they playing?
Crow Park isn't Dublin's home stadium.
Oh.
Crow Park is the GAA's headquarters.
All right, why were Dublin playing in Crow Park then? No one knows.
No.
Nobody knows.
Hands up in the air.
And because Parnell Park is very small, but they should have their own stadium, to be fair.
Yeah, they
Their own
absolutely should.
place.
This Sunday, Meath Clare, it's in Navan.
Yeah. PT.
Kildare Cork, Louth Derry. So it's Louth Derry. Limerick Dublin, that'll be a win there for them. That's it for Division 2.
Yeah.
And then who are your boys playing, John Boy?
No idea.
Okay, let me have a look and see. Kerry are playing Monaghan on Sunday as well.
Yeah, did you see what happened to Rory Began? He got caught out the field with the ball, and then they shot for a goal, and he was running back in, and like he caught it, but fumbled it into the goal.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Right, so we're going into it. John, you
Oh yes, John got to pick the.
you were the
topic.
mastermind
I
today.
suppose I'm taking the lead here.
You're
Yeah.
taking the lead. It's all you, buddy.
So, today, this topic that we are going to speak about today is sleep. So, it's something that all of us do, isn't it? Like,
Correct.
every, 24 hours we go to sleep? Everybody does.
Yeah.
Put it that way. And it's something that we can't avoid as humans. And technically all animals sleep. So there's obviously a big thing about sleep. But scientists still know very little about sleep.
Yeah.
Why we actually have to sleep. There's no, other than resting ourselves, there's no, they don't know why we actually have to go into this deep sleep. But what people are talking about is the importance of it, where it should be called rest and
Recovery.
rest and recovery. Yeah, it's because what you're doing is obviously you're resting your body, and
Yeah.
then obviously you go into a deep sleep, and your mind is then flushed of these toxins overnight, blood rushing through your brain, and also you're getting rid of all these emotions, starting from scratch. So technically, if you don't get enough sleep, you wake up with the same emotions you had the night before.
It's a
But,
big reset kind of thing, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's a reset kind of thing. So, what would you say is the optimum sleeping hours per night?
Oh no, John, come on now. This is all you. You take
Well,
the lead there.
I'm bringing it
Yeah.
over to you guys.
No,
Like,
if you-
okay, well, let's
If
say.
you've done research now, you'd know this.
But this, I'm asking you guys on average. Like, let's say, Bert, what's your average thing? What do you think is the correct hours?
Me myself,
Yeah.
I go to bed at 12 o'clock and I get up at 7 o'clock.
So you get 7 hours sleep.
Yes.
But you go to bed at 12, so you're probably not asleep till 1.
Oh no, it wouldn't take me that long.
What about half 12?
About 12:01.
Jeez.
You've halved what your man was
You
talking
should
about.
write. You should be on Lad Bible. Scotty.
I have the exact same sleeping pattern as Bert.
Wow.
12 in bed, 12.
So let's say 6.5 hours you guys get.
roughly.
Which
yeah,
is there below average?
Look at
6:45.
Yeah,
maybe.
some nights it's you wake up a few times. You know, you have those nights where you wake up. Oh, it's 3 o'clock. Oh, it's 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 5 o'clock.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys get very little sleep. You're under the average sleep threshold.
Well,
lads.
what's the average and what's the optimal?
But I've got stuff to do.
Between 7 and 9.
Exactly.
Between 7 and 9 is a good night's
How
sleep.
would you get 9 hours?
Okay,
sleep
so
at
if we
night?
go to bed at 11:59, then we're between 7 and 9.
Well, I'm not bragging, but I'd go to bed at 10.
At 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I go to bed at 10. Put
That-
the kids to bed at half
That's
8.
my chill out time.
And then I read
Yeah.
a book, and then go to sleep sleep around 10 or half 10, and then I'm up at half 6.
Like, all right, okay. What time do you get home from work?
Could be half 7, 8 o'clock.
That's not a lot of time in the evening to yourself, is it?
Yeah.
It's very little amount of time.
I come home, have
You
the
need more
spuds, and then
John
put the
time.
kids to
You
bed.
need to talk to him now.
That's it.
You
I think
need
we're
more John
just-
time.
We're selfish, is what we are. I love that evening stretch when the kids go to bed.
Mm.
I love that time, and I don't want that time to end. It's lovely.
Yeah, no, I have the spuds, spend a bit of time with the kids, and then they go to bed then at half 8. So about an hour after I get home, I suppose.
They're bed 8:30, and you're asleep by 10:30.
Yes,
Correct.
try my best to, yeah. Well, unless I'm like doing the podcast or I'm doing something.
Yeah.
And what else are you fitting in the gap? You were saying you read a book.
Read a book. So the book helps you sleep.
Right.
It's always good
You're
to have
slapping yourself in the face with the book.
because good sleep routine is habit.
Right.
So once your brain realizes that, oh, he's reading a book, okay, that means we're sleeping soon. So your body starts to kind of go into those phases.
So definitely no screens.
That's the thing.
Screens are horrible for sleep.
I have a terrible habit. Like I would have there are a lot of people out there that would have a rule: no phones in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And all the successful people do this. Like they're all saying, oh yeah, no phones in the bedroom, because when you're trying to go to sleep and then a notification comes on the phone, and once you think of that notification, your brain goes into this kind of build up that goes, oh, you've got to wake up again. There's something else. There's something you have to do. Your brain then it gets activity again, and then you're back to scratch where you can't sleep.
Norman was telling me earlier he's seen a 3-2-1 method.
Right.
All right, what's that?
So you don't eat 3 hours before bed. You don't drink 2 hours before bed. And no screens an hour before bed.
Yeah, that's
pretty good.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Hour's a good time apparently for winding down.
Yeah.
In terms of your eyes.
Well, like I'd only be finishing work most times at 9 o'clock, and then I work out.
PM.
Yeah.
Yeah, me same as me.
And then
You
I
work out
out.
at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And then now on Mondays a bit earlier because we're doing this.
Yeah.
But usually that, and then you work out for, depending on the temperatures.
Yeah.
When it's really cold, it might only be half an hour, 40 minutes. When it gets a bit warmer, I won't be finished till around 10 or whatever.
Lovely.
And then you go in and then you have your food or whatever and
winding down.
Yeah, watch a bit of telly or catch up and stuff or whatever. And then the Fitbit tells me at 12 o'clock it's time to go to bed.
But would you believe that you guys, the two ways you guys do it, is probably the most common way? Because there are people, there's larks, then there's your average, and then there's owls that they're called.
Who?
Right.
It's just names they put to these people, right? So larks will be people that go to bed early and get up early.
Right.
So they start their day, they're more productive from early in the morning, right? Then there'd be the average people that are like yourselves, you go to bed a bit later but get up still early. And then there's people that go to bed at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, sleep till around 10, 11.
That was early 20s me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that too. I felt like crap when I slept that way.
Yeah, but it all depends on, that could just be, the more science that goes into it. Those people aren't lazy, they're not wrong, it's just that's their cycle, their chrono clock it's called. That's just what they're on. It probably goes back generations, that it's in their DNA that their bedtime is 2 o'clock and they sleep till 11. And that means they could be more productive at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock whereas the other person is more productive at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So it's just, we've got to realize that, and they're trying to change all these occupational kind of situations where you're going to, like, they'll got to realize that the staff are like this, and they might have to push meetings back to 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock to cater for those chrono clock people that are owls. So there's a lot of research going into these.
So changing your business model around people who can't get up early.
But that's the thing. Have they got it wrong?
Out to that bed and paying you good money for fuck's sake.
But that's what the science is going into now.
Oh, fuck.
Where they're doing all these weird stuff.
Yeah,
trying
talking
to
about that 2-day work week as well, isn't it?
2-day or 4-day.
2-day. That's like something I'd do.
That's like a weekend work.
Well, did you know,
Yes.
John Boy, that we didn't always sleep the way that we sleep at the moment?
Oh, wow. Tell
So
us.
currently we sleep in one, from when we go to bed, we wake up again, and that's us. Right? So this wasn't always the way it was. So pre-industrial revolution in the Western societies, households slept in 2 segments. Right? So initial sleep was for about 3 to 4 hours, and then you awoke for an hour or so, and then you retire again for 3 or 4 hours sleep. So you would go to sleep initially, you get up, and then you go about your business. So households, when awoken...
How long ago was this?
So pre-industrial revolution, so 1800s.
Wow.
So households, when awoken at night, would do a number of mundane chores that needed minimal illumination, so as to do it light. So they prayed, they cleaned, they made love, and then a prime time for pilfering and thievery, apparently, in these small hours. Aristocrats didn't need to go to bed early due to not having to rise up for labouring, etc., and lauded it over lower classes and talked frequently about how late they would go to bed, but still slept in segmented patterns and would awake later in the morning. So why did we go from 2 sleeps to 1 sleep, you may ask? Several reasons, but mainly rooted in, again, which has come up for us in the podcast a few times, the Industrial Revolution. So the increasing of the level of artificial illumination meant that bedtimes were pushed back as daylight became less important in the evenings, meaning that when people eventually went to bed, that they were tireder and awoke less So this segmented thing just
And with-
started to slip
With the way
away.
the jobs went then as well.
That's the other thing. So
That locked in like 8 to 4 or 9 to 5 or...
So like cultural values were changing, and the attitude towards work and efficiency meant that forgoing the second sleep and pushing more towards what we know as the working day became more prevalent. So the other thing is, do cultures without electricity still currently live in a segmented sleep pattern? And according to a study by Jerome Sigode, I think is his name, UCLA, he studied 3 modern-day hunter-gatherer societies with evidence suggesting that they do indeed live in this way of segmenting their sleep patterns. So it's to... for them, it's to tell the time of day and that type of stuff. They know that when the sun is starting to get low, that they go for their first sleep, and they get up like this. They get up and they do a little bit of work, and then they go back to bed again for another sleep. So in 2 patterns, apparently, was how we used to sleep, as opposed to in one long pattern.
No way.
Pre-industrial revolution.
And would you like have a dip in the middle, like at 3 or 4 o'clock?
Yes,
Where you'd need an hour 15-minute nap.
very much so. Yeah,
Did you actually take one?
I went through a period of taking a little nap. Yeah. But I don't anymore.
It's funny because like I nearly always wake up tired,
Hmm.
but it's only in the first few minutes. So you never really know whether you actually slept well enough until during the day.
Yeah.
So if I slept well enough, I wouldn't get tired in the afternoon, like, or whatever.
Are you tired every morning when you wake up,
Yeah.
no matter what?
Yeah, it's like you wake up and you're like, oh, I have to get up.
Yeah.
But then, like, you obviously get up, you have your shower, and then you're grand.
Yeah.
And then you don't really realise whether, well, this is me now, whether I slept well enough or how much I got sleep until in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And then if you start dipping in the afternoon, you think, oh, I mustn't have got enough sleep last night. Or other times you can go all the way around.
Isn't sleeping,
Just don't like getting up.
Yeah.
getting up in the
my
morning and feeling tired is technically kind of like a mindset, isn't it? Where,
I know where you're going with this.
well, no, actually, I wasn't even going to bring up that book. But,
That's what I thought you were going to say.
but it is a mindset where, like, let's say the other morning, right? I think I had to get up at 6.
Mm-hmm.
And I woke up, like, when you wake up at 6, you're like, oh, wrecked, can't get up.
Yeah.
But then something wakes you up at like 5 o'clock, the dog barking or something like that, and you spring out. You're like,
Yeah.
I could stay awake now.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, feck it anyway. I have another hours of sleep, but I'm actually wide awake now.
Well, I definitely find it easier to get up for things rather than work.
Yeah.
Do you know if you're obviously going on holidays or you have to be
Yeah.
up to bring somebody or do something or, I don't know, bring the car to the mechanics or something.
Yeah.
I find that alright, like.
So
But it's a mindset.
that would prove that it is a mindset
Yeah.
then, because you
I
can
don't
change.
like going to work anyway.
Yeah, you can change how you feel about it. And
Yeah.
as that book stated, so we read, what was the name of the book?
Miracle Morning.
Yeah, so we both read, I read about halfway through it, and I tried to do it for a little while, and I was like, fuck this. This is terrible. So it's,
I do everything in the book except for that meditation and journal writing shite.
Do you still get up? So
Yeah.
the book suggested that you get up, what was it, 2 hours before would set your alarm usually?
Yeah, I
So
leave
if you get up at 7, that to set it for 5, and go get up and go work out, reply to emails, do all of the stuff that you would normally kind of would.
Is this Mark Wahlberg you're talking about?
No, it's I can't remember his name.
Or The Rock?
Mark Wahlberg is ridiculous. That's just
Yeah,
stupid.
he's insane. He's like 3 a.m.
Sorry
isn't
to
it?
cut across, but
Yeah.
I try to work out like at 6 o'clock in the morning sometimes.
Right,
I'm just conditioned to work out in the evening time.
right, okay, yeah.
That's just
yeah.
the way it is.
It's just well, you've been doing that for years as well. Your body's used to it. I have tried. I did that for. It was about a week. And I was in here teaching by about 3 o'clock, and my head was literally hitting the desk. I had to be like waking myself up. And he said that, if you keep on doing this, but my problem was, I wasn't sleeping early enough. I was going to still go to bed at 12. I was like,
Alright.
I wake up at 5.
So you should have been going at like 9.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but sure, I only finished work at
Well,
9.
I'd say like the ones, that work on the breakfast show and stuff and like to FM,
They have to go to
LMFM,
bed
they
early,
probably
yeah.
go to bed at 9. 'Cause
Yeah, shift
they obviously
workers-
have to be in at 5 or whatever. Like.
Yeah. I would find that hard now to go to bed if everyone's still awake. Go to bed like 7 or 8
Yeah.
o'clock when everyone else is still
I definitely
doing
think a
stuff.
job that you work shift work long term definitely has effect on you.
Yeah,
Say like if you, because you're trying to sleep at like 8 o'clock in the morning until 1 o'clock or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think you could do that indefinitely for your life, could you?
Well, I don't know. No, socially it's terrible.
Yeah.
You're never going to.
Now I know some obviously if it's constant nights, because I remember Kyle was a porter in Knightsbrook. And like he worked, I don't know how long, but it was constant nights where it wasn't a rotation. Like some people would have mornings or evenings and then nights.
Right.
And he didn't like it now at all. It wasn't great.
How long was he doing that for?
I don't know, 6 months or something. Was it? It was every night that he was working. So
That's
he was
tough.
getting home at whatever, maybe 8 o'clock in the morning, and then sleeping until 1 or 2. But you definitely don't sleep bright because
No, you don't.
it's bright.
The sun's up.
There's
yeah.
noise, you know. Your body's telling you shouldn't be going to sleep, you know.
Yeah. What's it called? The circadian rhythm? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
It's to do with daylight, so when your body's just used to...
That's
being
why,
up and
like, you know, in places in Norway and Finland, like, it's dark for 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Must be a bit depressing.
Yeah, or remember the thing that we saw about the moon?
Or seasonal blueness or something, isn't it? When you get depressed in winter. Go on.
Isn't there a part of Scandinavia that there's a certain point where the sun is up, like, pretty much
Oh yeah, that's it.
constantly?
So it's in like winter or whatever. It's 24 hours of darkness. Then the other side of things is 24 hours of brightness.
Yeah, imagine that.
Because remember that movie with Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock, where she was the boss,
Oh yeah.
and then they were getting married.
Yeah.
So they went back to Alaska. His folks lived in Alaska,
Right.
and like they were going to bed. It was bright, and they had to have like blackout curtains.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because it was bright all night. Like
Okay, that's the other thing. Blackout curtains, if you've got kids,
Sandra Bullock, the amazing actress.
they're brilliant.
All our house is blackout.
It's a
curtains.
must.
The whole lot of them.
Oh,
It's a must.
oh no! I never
Because,
had them.
see, come summertime, winter's great. Kids going to bed, it's like 6 o'clock, and you'd be like, it's 9 o'clock, get to bed. Just change
Yeah,
the clocks. But see, come summertime, when the sun stays up until feckin' 10 o'clock,
Yeah,
I'm trying to
yeah.
get them to sleep.
because
Yeah.
you've conditioned them to go to bed when it's dark.
I know.
Yeah.
You should condition them when the alarm goes off at
And there's no-
9
there's
to go to
no-
bed. Like.
like
Like-
Pavlov's dogs.
Yeah.
Just
Like there's
ring a
no
bell.
Glenroe or anything anymore to say like right, Glenroe's over.
Right, kids, Glenroe's over.
Yeah.
You should just bring back reruns of it
Now,
in the house.
I'm not saying kids are like dogs, but I've seen on TikTok
But
that one lad conditioned the dog that when he played a certain song that he'd bring him for a walk.
yeah.
And over, I think it was during lockdown, however. So the dog still remembers that. So instead of saying, "Oh, want to go for a walk?" he'll play the song, and the dog literally goes to the door, ready to go.
It's classic conditioning. Classic. And you can I'm not advocating for this, but you can condition kids like that as well. Humans can be conditioned.
It's
in that way.
habit. Everything is habit.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
If you get into habits, it's all in your mindset. There's two things. Habits from like putting your dish on the dishwasher in the dishwasher. That'll be a habit.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't do it, you'll just totally forget about it.
but if you're training now or anything, sleep is that's it. Sleep and your nutrition, two biggest things that, and sleep is for free as well.
Right.
That will help you like improve most as well, because that's when you do most of your recoveries at nighttime. It's when your muscles recover and stuff, because your body can focus more on recovery at nighttime because it can switch off other systems that it doesn't need.
Yeah.
So when you're asleep, it doesn't need the digestive system, so that kind of shuts down.
Right.
And
Now I think that's why you get stitches too.
What, tiredness?
No, because when you're working out or you're running, your body is like, oh, you want us, legs are more important. So all the energy and all the blood goes to your legs to work.
Oh, right.
And then it switches off your digestive system. So if you have food in your stomach when you go play, it stays there. Your body's not working to digest it because it prioritizes which system is important.
Right.
oh,
okay.
that's how they happen. Wow. Didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I think so.
So you're saying you wake up sometimes and you're wreck tired. So how
No, not that I'm right. It's just like, oh, I have to get up like.
Mm-hmm.
how would your REM sleep be?
Bertie, measure your REM sleep there, will you?
We'll try.
How do you?
No,
how do you-
I don't know whether
do
the
you have-
Fitbit
do you
is
have
any
a
good, but the Fitbit does say sometimes it's good sleep
You-
because
you-
I haven't moved that much with my arm
Yeah.
or that.
Mhm.
And sometimes you'd wake up at like 5 to 7, you're like, oh, that's bollocks.
Right.
And then other times you wake up at 5:30, another hour and a half. But now I don't wake up that often, but I'm just saying, like, I think it's more like, it's just that initial thing of having to get up and go to work.
Yeah.
And it's only for the few minutes. Then you get up and you're in your routine, you say. So if I am having a shower, I get up at 10 to 7. If I'm not having a shower, I'll get up at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, put your porridge in for 2 minutes, you'll get dressed. You'll come back up, you'll make your lunch, you'll pack your lunch while your porridge is cooling down. You eat your porridge, then you go and you fill your water, brush your teeth, put on your jacket in the
Very
car.
organised.
7:25-ish in the car, reversing out the gate.
Christ.
No kids. It's
No.
a dream.
Not a kid in sight.
That's it.
Yes.
Now
I...
come the last week in March, the first week in April, it'll be a little bit different. But
Oh, little lemmies.
Oh yeah. Checking them.
I found, right, when I had kids initially, little babies, who did not sleep, that I nearly went absolutely insane with the lack of sleep.
Yeah.
It nearly drove me
Are you talking like
crazy.
when they're months old?
When they're months old, yeah. Well, one of them didn't sleep until she was about 3.
Jesus.
So it was constant. And we used to have this thing, myself and as my ex, used to have this thing above our bed, and it was the rules. Whereas if we said stuff in between this hour and this hour, that it was like null and void. So all like divorce stuff and like just everything was off the table. If we said it in between those hours, because we were just going insane.
Did you hate some people that said, "Oh yeah, little Jim, he's sleeping all the way through the night"?
Yeah.
And there was obviously nothing wrong. It's just bad sleepers.
No, it's just the way that she was, and she's still like that as well.
I
She's
think
pretty bad sleeper.
Everything comes from somewhere.
Right.
I think.
Correct.
It sure does, Bert.
Yeah.
Meaning of life.
That's my mic drop moment there.
Nothing spontaneous in the world.
So like you're talking about conditioning and stuff. So everything like a child does and everyone's the same. It comes from something. So like I seen this on TikTok that the only way this baby would fall asleep would be if the mother mimicked riding the horse, because she rode the horse all the way through pregnancy.
Oh, right, okay.
So it was a soothing kind of motion up and down. So there must be something that you could have found. Maybe, I don't know.
Strap the kid to the horse and just slap it on the arse.
So something that would have reminded a child of horse riding.
No.
At night time.
I mean, like, because
a few ideas.
The safest place, and you can't
John.
remember it, but the safest place was obviously when you're in your mammy.
Yeah. Oh, it's pretty
And
safe.
there can be things, and they say like, you can hear things or you recognise things. And obviously that's like the closest thing that everybody kind of has, the special connection with their mum and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So there's definitely something, and it's a trigger, maybe I'm wrong, that you could find that would make your kid more comfortable to fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was a song that the mother always listened to, or a thing that the dad talking or anything like that. Now maybe I'm wrong, but I think there's definitely some trigger that will bring you back, even though you don't realise it, to being like comfortable and safe.
Isn't they do that with songs and stuff like that, singing? Like the mother would say, like, I sang a song every night with when the baby was in the belly, and then it falls asleep with the same song when they're 1 year old, kind of thing.
Little Slipknot tune. Bertie, do you want to wrap a bow on this beast? You've got some facts and stats.
I was flicking through them. I really should have pre-read these because some of these are bullshit.
Okay, all right. Is there anything in there of value?
They're all American statistics and things like that. And
Isn't sleep weird?
Oh, John's going to wrap a bow on it. Okay, go on.
no, well, I was just saying that
it is weird though. Yeah,
sleeping actually is different for like for different races as well.
All right.
So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so everyone has kind of a different depending on your authenticity.
Ethnicity. Yeah.
Authenticity
Whether you're
means
authentic
real
or not.
Yeah.
That's true.
And then, as I said, that it's really good for rest and recovery, especially if you're training or anything like that. It's highly underrated when it comes to things like that.
Do you have anything there on how the ethnicities sleep? And we can go through different ethnicities and how they sleep.
How do the Chinese sleep?
Upside down.
Well, I have
Australians sleep
I have a
upside down.
graph here and said insufficient sleep by race and ethnicity.
That's exactly what we wanted.
Okay. So, the native Hawaiian and Pacific Islanders
Oh, can we guess? In a volcano.
have find it really hard to sleep.
It's because of all the lava.
So their sleeping and stuff is the worst.
Because they're always ready for a volcano to
Yeah,
erupt.
and then it goes down. But I don't want to be racist, so I'm not saying any of those words.
It's so hard to do anything these days, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Not
Yeah.
being racist.
It says at 43%, Hawaii has the highest percentage of adults who get 7 or fewer hours of sleep per night.
Jenny.
But they're all hooling and poking and
Having a great time.
Hawaiian, yeah, putting rings of flowers around people and stuff.
Not racist at all.
No.
No.
Right, will we...
But isn't
and-
sleep weird though? Like,
Go on,
and
yeah,
then-
yeah,
then
let's wrap
I
it.
honestly
then
do
ladies
think
have issues as well that affect sleep.
Right. Like men badgering them.
yeah. Spoon. It's spoon.
Sorry,
time.
wrap it up there, John.
But isn't sleep? Honestly, sleep is weird. I always like say when you're going to go down and sleep, I always think sleeping's weird. Like no, like you're literally out for the count. Anything could happen around you for those 8. Like for the whole time that you're in work, like 8 hours in work. That same, like all that stuff that happened today. Like it was a really busy day today, and all that stuff that happened. So much stuff. That same time, you're going to be
You did nothing.
asleep with no awareness of what's going on around
That's
you.
pretty crazy when you think about it.
You know, as in you're so vulnerable, anything can happen. Like that, I just don't get it.
I'm never going for a
So
sleepover in your house.
It's so weird. The dog could literally be licking your face.
Oh, gross!
Or
Do you sleep with the dog in the bedroom?
he's not. Yes, he does sleep in and not on the bed, but on the ground.
Could be doing anything to you.
Could be.
Gross.
Your weight has a big thing to do with it as well, whether you can sleep well or not.
The weight.
Your weight, your actual weight, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because usually when you snore, it's to do
Oh,
with,
yeah.
with like extra stuff around your.
And do you
it's-
snore?
I don't think I do, but nobody's told me that I have. But I can tell you, someone in this room that does snore.
Well, we've never slept together, so I'm guessing you're talking about John. Billy.
Could have thrown. I told you to throw some, man.
You brought up this topic. It's your own fault, man.
Yeah, no, man. I said I better let sleeping Johns lie.
Oh my God, is it?
I
bad?
do. I do snore, yes, but not on my belly.
Yeah,
Right.
nobody snores in the belly because your windpipe isn't constricted with your neck.
So, I'd often get an elbow to turn around.
Oh man, that's tough.
Yeah.
Um,
It's in
There
my
is
family.
definitely
By the dog.
the optimal positions to sleep as well, because you're not meant to sleep like on your side too much without like something in between your knees, because your hips are lying over and then
Yeah,
your shoulders curled over then as well,
Yeah.
and it's not great for your posture and stuff.
before we finish, give us your number.
Oh, sorry,
one.
we were finishing up.
Yeah,
my
we
bad.
need to finish up. Before you finish, give us your number one sleeping position. Go for it.
On my side with pillow between my legs.
Jesus.
I only started that recently. It helps.
Really.
Yeah,
Do you know what?
back isn't sore in the morning.
Have you ever seen one of those pregnancy pillows?
Oh yeah, did you?
They are the business, man. Trust me, get one of those.
Oh.
What about you? Position
On the belly.
on the belly constantly.
Mm.
Now, I'd
the
be the
belly.
same as well. I'd be on the belly, but do you have the arm
Those
under the
looney
pillow?
No, arms up in the up.
Oh, arms up.
Under the pillow, say.
Oh, both arms up under.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like you were robbing
And
a
then-
bank.
Yeah.
What way are the legs? Just straight down,
It depends. Maybe one leg up a bit.
like in an army crawl.
Yes.
Yeah, that's me too, Ben.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Always ready to just scoot on out
Yeah.
of that bed.
Yeah. Half out, half in.
It's that time, you know the name. It's the reason we all came. Find the words that are the same. It's that time to play the waffle game.
Okay, so are we ready? Are we going?
We're ready to go.
Okay, so the name of this now, this is Waffle Specialta.
Oh, like a pizza.
So what?
Specialta.
You
Yeah.
can get the specialty
Oh, I
pizza.
forgot about this. I replied to you earlier on. Yeah.
Yeah, because this is your special subject for waffle.
Oh God, I'm really worried.
I didn't
now about
study.
this.
Now, everybody, I suppose, only has one special subject, so this might be the only Waffle Specialta that we'll be doing.
Let's see. Speak for yourself.
Let's see about this now.
Okay, so, John, do you want to go first? Scotty, do you want to go first?
Let's.
Competitor one,
Rock,
step
paper,
up.
Scissors. Shoot. Oh, I always go scissors. How do you not know that?
Oh.
Every week I go scissors.
I went paper last
and then I
time.
go scissors. Did you?
Yeah.
You
I
sure?
always go paper. How did you not know that?
Well, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that's you can fact check that pretty easy actually. Yeah, I better not say that. Okay. I want John to go first.
Thank you, Scotty.
No problem, man.
Okay, so,
Hmm.
your subject Specialta
Sleep.
is gin, you said. No, he picked it.
Gin.
Oh,
said
right.
gin.
I don't remember picking
It's
it.
not a surprise.
Shit, what did I pick?
Music.
Oh, right, okay. Oh,
Okay.
just general music.
I thought
Yeah,
you
yeah,
picked
'cause I had
drumming or something.
Bollocks.
I had
Yeah.
general music done already, so.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
John, question number one. How many do you want? 5 or 10? Questions.
Go 5.
Okay.
Five, because we're short on time.
Okay,
Yeah.
question number one. Which 3 ingredients do you need to make a bee's knees cocktail?
Honey, lemon, gin.
In which city can you find the Beer Feeder distillery? Beef Eater, sorry.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
London.
Which gin cocktail is
Damn
featured
it.
in The Great Gatsby?
The martini.
Which country is the brand Seagrams from?
Germany.
Oh man, he's so good.
Mm.
You know gin stuff really well.
An aviation
Have to-
cocktail is made with gin, maraschino,
Maraschino.
Yeah.
Maraschino.
a liquor, a lemon juice, and creme de.
Creme de cacao.
I'm gonna say creme de la menthe.
You say it with such confidence, John. Okay, there's your 5 questions done.
Man, has he got? Oh, he's. probably
I got the last one wrong.
Did you?
Mm.
Was it creme de la menthe?
No, that's the mint one.
Alright.
Creme de...
Creme de la creme? That
Maybe.
means the cream of the
Maybe.
cream of the cream.
Maybe.
Okay, Scotty,
Oh,
your
gonna
subject specialta was music, even though you changed it to
Drums.
drums. But I am.
So broad,
Okay.
this topic.
So,
So stupid. Why did I
Question
pick
number
this?
1.
Right, go on.
Name all 5 members of One Direction.
Oh Christ! Niall, Louis. Do I have to name all 5, or do I get a point for each of them?
No, name all 5. That's the
Name
question.
all 5.
Shite. What did I say? Niall Horan, Louis Ratboy.
I'll take the first names. Sorry.
Okay. your man. You know it's not the same as it was.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
What's his name?
as it was.
What's his name,
I
Scotty?
can't remember his fucking name.
There's people
no.
shouting at the radio as he
He's
speaks.
gorgeous. What's his name?
He's all right.
He's pretty good looking, like, in fairness.
Okay, we're going to have to cancel you there, Scotty. Time's up. That's it.
Shite. Chris.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a sexy
Um,
name. Yeah.
Okay, we're going a bit of history now.
Right.
Who was the original drummer for the Beatles?
Oh, my dad is going to kill me.
Original.
Yeah. There was a lad before Ringo.
Yeah, he didn't want to get his hair cut like the Bond. It's the true out.
Yeah.
Go on.
I can't remember his name.
Okay.
Go on. Chris.
How many members are there in the Korean boy band BTS?
Oh, Jesus. There's like 8 of them. They're like Slipknot. Except they're Korean.
In which year did the Spice Girls release Wannabe?
Ooh. You wanna be my lover.
That is the song.
With my friends. That was their first one. Not forever. Oh, no. No, it's not the first one. What was the first one called?
That's not the question. Just
Sorry.
What year
What was the
it?
first one called? First Spice Girls song. Remember, they're all...
Spice up your life.
No, they were running around the streets of London. Be my lover. Oh, no, it was that one. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 1997.
Which singer can't stop staring at those ocean eyes?
Oh, Billie Eilish.
Should have went with Drummond.
Yeah, that was terrible. What was
Okay.
your man's name? Was that it?
Harry.
That's it, yeah.
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles. Damn it. Who are the other ones? Give me the other lights.
Zayn.
Oh, Zayn Malik.
Zayn Malik.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
He
That's
left.
5.
No, there was one more, wasn't there?
Zayn, Louis, Niall, Harry, and that poor guy.
The guy that recently said that he was the reason that the band got started. Did you see that interview?
Oh, that guy.
It was
Yes.
hilarious.
Liam was.
Liam.
Oh, yeah. Liam was it? Yeah, was
Liam-
it Liam Payne
Liam
actually?
Payne.
Was
Was
it?
it Liam Payne?
Payne?
Was he the guy with the really nice
Married to Cheryl
t-shirt?
Cole
Okay.
briefly?
So I didn't give the answers last week, which people got annoyed with. So I will give the answers this week.
Well,
Okay.
the fan mail came in.
So
Yeah.
which 3 ingredients do you need to make a bee's knees cocktail? Gin, fresh lemon juice, and honey. So you got that correct.
Of course you got it right.
In which city can you find the Beef Eater Distillery? Yes, it was London.
I'm there tomorrow.
Which gin cocktail
really?
is featured in The Great Gatsby? You got this wrong. It's a gin Ricky.
Oh.
I disagree.
Oh.
Oh.
Contentious.
And in which country is the brand Seagrams from? It's Canadian.
Seagrams.
Yep. An aviation cocktail
was
is
thinking of
made with
Siegfried.
gin, maraschino, whatever, liquor, lemon juice, and creme de violet.
Damn it.
Hold on.
That's the
hold on,
purple
hold on.
one.
This was your specialty topic and you got 2 right,
2 right, yeah.
John.
I
Now,
am embarrassed.
Scotty,
Oh,
name,
shite.
all,
I
name,
shouldn't
all,
have said anything.
name all 5 members of One Direction. It was Harry Styles, Niall Horan, Liam Payne, Louis Tomlinson,
Your
and
favourite.
Zayn Malik. I would have taken their first names, but you didn't get them right.
No, of course. I'm
I'm
proud of that.
Who was the original drummer for the Beatles? It was Pete Best.
That's his name.
Okay.
I did. do
How
that,
many
yeah.
members are there in the Korean boy band BTS? You were close with 8, but it is in fact 7.
Ah.
Oh.
In
Touch
which
it.
Wait,
year?
no, currently? Or... Because
Oh,
there was 8.
was there 8?
No, I don't know. I just...
All right.
Sorry, go on.
Nice
Thanks.
try.
In which year did the Spice Girls release Wannabe? You were close.
95.
It was 1996.
Oh, right in the middle.
And which singer can't stop staring at those ocean eyes? It was in fact Billie Eilish.
Yeah, so I got 1.
Yeah,
In
2.
my specialty.
High
Did I
five.
get 2?
No, it was 2-1.
Oh, 2-1. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, we're gonna have to start keeping count eventually on this.
That was tough.
That was
Can't
a tough
believe
one.
I only got 2 out of 5.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Good question.
So we
Bert.
might come back. Would you have another special subject?
Yes.
Definitely drumming, yeah.
Okay,
Or...
I'll go
Yeah,
with
drumming.
outdoor living,
outdoor living.
website.
Garden products.
garden products.
Oh, that's class. Let's
Okay.
do that. Let's do that next week.
All right.
All right. Shell bomb time. What do we have this week? What's on the menu?
I have a. Did you know?
Of course you'll do. Mine's kind of a did you know as well, I guess.
Okay.
So I'll go with mine. And it's related to what we were doing today.
Oh, okay.
So did you know that older people are more likely to dream in black and white?
No way.
2008 study at the University of Dundee researcher, that wasn't a Scottish accent, sorry, revealed that older generations are more likely to report dreaming in black and white. Our findings suggest that television affects how we experience dreams, and those who grew up with black and white television are more commonly reported black and white dreaming. Wouldn't that be interesting to dream in black and white?
Now,
Very
is
classy,
that because
wouldn't it?
old people now, like when we're old, because we watch black and white TV?
We won't.
Okay.
It'll be something that'll go. So it's to do with
It'll
your
be colour.
experience as young. Yeah.
I see.
That'd be interesting to dream in black and white, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Very sexy dreams. Right. Did we know?
So, have you ever used a hammer?
The odd time, yeah.
Once.
No, not a lump hammer.
Once.
I call it a claw hammer. I don't know what everybody else calls it.
Depends. There's different types of hammer.
Standard hammer.
Yeah, standard hammer. Did you be able to
Big
pull the
hammers,
nails out
there's
with and
small
stuff?
hammers.
Now, that's what Dad always called the claw hammer. I have no idea whether it is the official name of it.
All
But
right.
you're usually standard carpentry hammer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, did you know that when you go to hammer a nail and you give it a little tap so it's standing up before you start baiting it?
Yeah.
Right? Did you know that you can put the nail in the claw at the back and you can jam it in? It actually jams in, and you just give it a tap down on whatever you're hammering it in. It'll stick into the timber. You take it off, and then it's there. So you don't have to hold it and tap it in at the start.
I did not know that.
Either did I. There you go.
The chain